What happens when reality becomes too unbearable to accept? For both Joan Didion in The Year of Magical Thinking and Anya Taylor-Joy's portrayal of Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit, this question lies at the heart of their stories. Both women, in vastly different worlds, navigate the fine line between illusion and acceptance, revealing how the mind can bend to protect itself from life's most crushing blows. Anya Taylor-Joy was born on April 16, 1996, in Miami, Florida. She grew up in a multicultural environment, with her family moving between Argentina and the UK. Taylor-Joy began her career in modeling, but quickly transitioned to acting after being discovered by a talent agent. Her breakout role came in the 2015 horror film, The Witch, which launched her into the spotlight and paved the way for her critically acclaimed performances in films like Split and The Queen's Gambit. Resilience through uncertainty. In The Year of Magical Thinking, Joan Didion faces the sudden and devastating loss of her husband, John Gregory Dunn. She is thrown into a world of emotional disarray where nothing feels predictable or stable anymore. What makes Didion's story compelling is how she moves through this uncertainty. Rather than succumbing to despair, she meticulously recounts her memories and analyses her emotional state. The writing itself becomes an act of resilience, a means of making sense of her grief in a world that feels chaotic. In a similar vein, Beth Harmon's life in The Queen's Gambit is marked by personal upheaval and uncertainty. Losing her biological mother in a car accident thrusts her into an orphanage, where she quickly learns that life can be harsh and unpredictable. Yet like Didion, Beth responds by channeling her energy into something that provides structure: chess. Chess, for Beth, represents the order and control that her life lacks. Anya Taylor-Joy's portrayal captures this sense of resilience perfectly. Even when her personal life spirals into addiction and isolation, Beth returns to the chessboard as a way to navigate the chaos. Both Didion and Beth exemplify how, when the world feels uncertain, finding resilience in something structured, whether it's writing or chess, can become a vital coping mechanism. Amazing fact number 1. Anya Taylor-Joy learned to play chess for The Queen's Gambit in just a few weeks. Despite being new to the game, her performances on the chessboard were so convincing that real chess masters praised her portrayal for its authenticity and precision. Rewriting reality to cope. Anya Taylor-Joy's life, much like her portrayal of Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit, has moments where rewriting reality played a role in how she coped with challenges. Born in Miami, but raised in Argentina and later the UK, Taylor-Joy has spoken about feeling out of place, especially during her early years in England, where she struggled to fit in because of language barriers and cultural differences. In interviews, she shared how she would often retreat into her imagination to escape the sense of isolation she felt growing up. This magical thinking mirrors the concept Joan Didion explores in The Year of Magical Thinking. Just as Didion suspended her belief to cope with her husband's death, Taylor-Joy found solace in her inner world, creating a reality where she felt more connected and understood. Acting became an extension of this, where she could lose herself in different characters and worlds, allowing her to rewrite her personal narrative. Similarly, in her role as Beth Harmon, Taylor-Joy captures Beth's use of tranquilizers as a way to exert control over her life. Beth distorts her reality to cope with her traumas, visualizing chess pieces in drug-induced visions to maintain a sense of power. While both Taylor-Joy and her character used altered realities to cope temporarily, they also realized the limitations of this approach. For Anya, finding her place in acting allowed her to embrace her uniqueness, while Beth had to confront her emotional truths to find true mastery. Amazing fact number 2. Anya Taylor-Joy has said that when playing Beth Harmon, she used her vivid imagination to fully immerse herself in Beth's altered states. Interestingly, she spent hours practicing her hallucinated chessboard scenes, where she visualized chess pieces moving on the ceiling, just as Beth does under the influence of tranquilizers. Isolation and self-discovery. Isolation is another central theme in The Year of Magical Thinking. After her husband's death, Didion finds herself in a world that no longer makes sense. The people around her cannot fully understand the depth of her grief, which isolates her emotionally. This isolation, however, also becomes a space for profound self-reflection. Didion reflects on her memories, her marriage, and her identity as a widow. Through her isolation, she embarks on a journey of self-discovery, learning about her resilience and ability to continue living without her partner. Beth Harmon's isolation is not just emotional, but also social and professional. From her early days in the orphanage, Beth is set apart from others because of her intellect and talent. Even as she rises in the world of competitive chess, her genius isolates her. Few people can understand the depth of her focus and ambition, and this leaves Beth feeling disconnected from those around her. This isolation is portrayed powerfully by Anya Taylor-Joy, who shows how Beth's solitude fuels both her brilliance and her self-destructive tendencies. However, it is in moments of isolation that Beth also discovers her true strength. Her most profound breakthroughs, both in chess and in life, come when she is alone with her thoughts. Like Didion, Beth's isolation forces her to confront her inner self, leading to critical moments of self-discovery. Amazing fact number 3. Anya Taylor-Joy, who was homeschooled, often spent significant periods in isolation growing up. She has said that this helped her develop a rich inner world, which she drew upon to embody Beth Harmon, a character defined by her solitude and inner battles. Finding strength in loss. Anya Taylor-Joy's own journey to success shares parallels with the theme of finding strength in loss. Much like the characters she portrays, Taylor-Joy has faced her own challenges, including periods of self-doubt and career uncertainty. But it is through these hardships that she has emerged stronger. Similarly, Beth Harmon's life, as brought to life by Anya Taylor-Joy, is shaped by a series of devastating losses. Her mother's tragic death defines her childhood, and as she grows, Beth also loses relationships, emotional stability, and at times even herself to addiction. Chess becomes her method of escape, but eventually Beth must face these losses without relying on tranquilizers or alcohol to dull her pain. Through this confrontation, she rediscovers her brilliance and resilience, ultimately finding power in her vulnerability. Taylor-Joy's performance captures this emotional journey, showing Beth's transformation from a young woman ruled by her pain to someone who finds strength by confronting it. This mirrors Didion's path in the Year of Magical Thinking, where loss becomes a means for profound self-reflection and growth. Both women, Didion in her grief and Beth in her personal turmoil, demonstrate that true strength comes from facing pain head-on and allowing it to shape rather than break them. In Anya Taylor-Joy's own career, there have been moments of self-doubt, as she's mentioned feeling like an outsider at times. But much like the characters she portrays, she has drawn strength from these challenges, using them to fuel her performances and ultimately grow as both an actress and an individual. Amazing fact number 4. Anya Taylor-Joy, her portrayal of Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit, catapulted her to worldwide fame. Interestingly, she mentioned in interviews that, just like Beth, she has used past hardships in her life as fuel for her performances, finding strength in her personal challenges to deliver such powerful on-screen portrayals. The principles of resilience, coping through altered realities, isolation, and finding strength in loss weave together both in Didion's memoir and in Beth Harmon's story, brought to life by Anya Taylor-Joy. Both women navigate complex emotional landscapes where grief, trauma, and self-discovery are intertwined. Their journeys show that while life can be profoundly unpredictable and isolating, it is possible to find resilience, empowerment, and meaning in the midst of hardship. The parallels between the Year of Magical Thinking and The Queen's Gambit highlight the universal themes of human experience, how we cope with loss, confront our own minds, and ultimately find ways to survive and thrive. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed exploring how the Year of Magical Thinking connects with Anya Taylor-Joy's portrayal of Beth Harmon in The Queen's Gambit, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the intersection of literature, film, and life lessons. Here's a question for you. What's your favorite scene in The Queen's Gambit series? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and join the conversation below.